Hi, and welcome to Two Tired Teachers.
We are at the Wild River National Recreation Area. It is part of the Rio Grande
Del Norte
National Monument. And this is our third time here.
This is one of our favorite places.
And I'm going to be showing you maps of where the campgrounds are located and some trails, etc. And then just some video that we've taken while we've been here. But you look at this and it says it has, I believe, 5 camping areas. Some of those, the first one you come to is the largest, and I think it has around 10 sites. The one we're in, there are 5. Altogether, there may be 20 sites in this national monument area, approximately. And one of the popular things to do here is to hike down to the river. And it's mile down, which means it's a mile back up. And they do have a number of trails in this area, and we'll be showing you the difficulty of those and etc. So if you come here, you can decide. But one of the things that's been neat this time,
riding the bikes. And some on trails, not that much, but on the road they have a bike lane.
And our first day out, we were riding, and there was a ram, a bighorn sheep. He was a ram laying at the side of the road looking at us.
We don't know anything about them, or we didn't.
And so we were a ways back, and so we got the camera out, took pictures of him, some video of him, but then decided we're going to ride this bike lane the wrong direction because, as Mylena said, he lives here, we're visiting, and we want to give him as much space as possible. And then we got around to the visitor center, and they said, they pretty much, unless it's rutting season, they just don't pay attention to anything. And so I had seen one over here at the edge the first night we were here, but I didn't have a camera of any kind with me. But a lady here told me, well, there are 2 babies with her. And so then today, when we were out,
we saw one, a young one.
Well, a female, so the smaller horns, and we went down in this camping area, and I did hike down some, and I will tell you this, and it's on lava rocks, etc., which is a cool thing. I know I'm digressing, but in the 60s, the astronauts trained here some because of the terrain and the lava rocks, etc. It was a fun fact. But as I'm going down over these things, all I keep thinking is, I have to come back up. And so I didn't go that far, but it was interesting. But then when we came out of that camping area, there were 2 babies and I think 4 females.
Yes. And maybe 2 males.
But it was so interesting to see them. And the bighorn sheep in New Mexico had been overhunted, and they were gone. And in 2005 they put 23 of the bighorn sheep here, and they said in 2018 the herd was estimated at 350 to 400, and so
growing.
It explains why we've seen more this time. They're just repopulating the area. So it's been very interesting. And we'll tell you that this trip there's not been water in the area. The well has some problems, and so
it's a deep well, so it's going to be costly to repair the problems.
But folks, this campground is north of Casta. You turn and off of, I believe it's Highway 522. I'm not positive of that, but once you turn off of that, I believe it's around 11 miles from there to the visitor center. So it's, I think, 3.5 until you get to Curio, which is a little town where there is a community where there's a post office. But just keep coming, and then eventually you will get here. And the campsites there's water usually in each of the little camping loops. Vault toilets they keep very clean. And the camping is just $7 a night, unless you have a senior pass, in which case it's just $3.50 a night. And that's been the price since we started coming here 3 or 4 years ago.
Yes.
And so this is, and every campsite does have a covered picnic table, and
which is nice because it's New Mexico and it gets hot.
Yeah, we're in high desert. However, this time it rained the first day we were here, and it looks like we're getting ready to get some more.
It sure does.
And that cools things down tremendously. Yes. But the covered picnic tables are really nice, fire rings, and like we said, it's a fun stop, and the views of the river are awesome. Yeah. And if you're into hiking, you have lots of options here. And so we are heading home after this stop. And if you haven't been watching this little series, we started heading and went to Longmont, Colorado, and stayed at the Boulder County Fairgrounds. Weren't really sure where we were going after that.
But we decided.
We went down to Curcanty National Recreation Area, which is on a reservoir.
Yes.
Went in the visitor center, which visitor centers are wonderful, and asked the ranger there about dispersed camping, and she said, well, not in the recreation area. We're surrounded by national forest, so any of those roads. And so we told her we had a small RV, and she said, well, if you want more of a dispersed experience, this Ponderosa campground is 7 miles off of pavement, but it is gorgeous, folks. It was amazing.
Yes.
And while we were there, talked to someone. I'd been thinking about that canyon of the Gunnison. He said you can see the canyon and the pull-offs all along this scenic overlook, and many of them you're just right there at it. So we said, okay, we'll make a stop there. And then we had talked to some people while we were at Boulder County Fairgrounds. They said favorite place they'd been was Mesa Verde, and that they saw it all from the road because they were driving a Class C. And so we're like, well, that sounds like a winner. And we stayed in a wonderful national forest campground while we went visiting Mesa Verde, and then we just wanted some downtime, so we stopped here on our way home.
Yes.
And folks, that wraps up 3 weeks. Amazing. It's gone pretty fast.
Yes.
But anyway, we've got some fun trips planned, so keep watching. Thanks for watching Two Tired Teachers.